Welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. So today I have a Wip Chat for you guys. If you don't know what Wip stands for, it stands for work in progress. What that normally means is you could bring out your own whips that you want to do while you listen to me ramble, or if you have chores or you just want to sit around and just listen to me. Don't know why, but we can get started. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, or at least a good start to your week. It's Monday right now, probably be Tuesday for you guys, and it's a good start to the week. So I'm working. I did tell you guys last week that Moon Elf was going. That was the last time I was going to work on Moon Elf for you during the Whip and Chat. Today I'm working on Angie and Oliver. I actually had to find my old little containers to kit up because I haven't finished kitting down on everything else. I'm still working on Moon Elf. I'm halfway, I think I'm a little over halfway done, and I'm almost done with my other project. I've been trying to get through everything. But yeah, I'm working on Angie and Oliver. I decided I'm going to go work from the bottom up this time. And it's 42 by 59. And it's not as bad as I thought it was going to take me, especially since I'm able to multi-place again with squares, because with my, I don't know if you guys know, but with my Oraloa one, I haven't been posting it a lot because I have to put them down one at a time with tweezers. What I've been doing is there's just this one color and it's everywhere in the canvas. And I'm like, I have like a light. I have a light. I do this when it's really dark because it's harder to see with the glare of the light from outside. So I have like a light shining down onto my tray, and I'm just shaking here and looking for just the slightest little tiny overfill because it's just enough to make them pop. And I'm just pulling them all out one by one and then placing them down because I'm still not catching them all. And it's driving me insane. I have literally gone insane. My hand hurts so much because I've been just doing a lot of single placing on that canvas. So it's a breath of fresh air that I get to work on multi-placing, which is why I do a lot of Moon Elf, because I can multi-place with that. I ramble. I am so sorry. Now, I am sniffling quite a bit. Spring has, I would say, sprung in this area. It is almost 80 degrees. This is the second day in a row it's been 80 degrees. I'm not happy. I'm already looking for something to try and relieve the pressure that I have in my head. Please help me. So there's a lot to say, but not a lot to say. Isn't that normally the case? I have a lot to say, but it's a lot of boring stuff. I did get my nails done again. I gotten some new hollow taco over last week. I was very surprised, especially since I've kind of broke my no-buy. And I was telling my husband, don't worry about getting me hollow taco this week because I spent a little too much money. That's all but I said it's not like a limited edition box or anything like that. It's just 4 new colors. I can get it anytime. It'll be fine. And he was very sweet and actually got me some more hollow taco, all 4 of the new creme polishes. And I don't gravitate towards green, but there's, with spring, March, and then especially I think like emeralds and fairy lights, she has all the things green, and with her emerald DP along, I decided I'm just gonna go a little green today. So I had to redo my nails. I had to file them down because they were getting a little too long, and my nails have a habit of breaking when they get to a certain point, and I didn't want that happening. I'm trying to strengthen my nails again. I don't want to do gel or acrylics. Those things scare me to death. I just prefer I like doing my nails, and it's kind of fun to change them up every week. I need to get like some organization though, because My Holo Taco collection has gotten to the point of ridiculousness. Um, I have a shelf, so I have a computer, and it's kind of like a metal type cage almost in a way, but it has a shelf on top of it, and that's where I store all my nail polish, and it's I have all these collector boxes and stuff like that. Hold on, I'm maybe do you? Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys one of the boxes. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. So if you look up, this is what I'm gonna normally talk about. I have like, I have every single box that they have come out. It's like 11 different colors of this. Like they're different types of styles and stuff like that, and it's really cool and pretty. I'm missing a box because I haven't put all my nail polish back in, but it's like has all that kind of cool stuff that I'm really into. Plus 3 boxes that aren't shaped like this. There's like one that's like a tube, one's a square. I think I showed one in one of my unboxings. Sorry, I had to run over here, and it's that taken over half of my shelf on the top. And then the other half is just filled with nail polish tools and acetone, some and more additional Holo Taco because they're creams, and it's filled. So I'm trying to find a way of organizing all that, especially since I have like space that would go to the side of me, like underneath, but I have like this weird little shelf thing that's jutting out from underneath, and I can take it off, but to do that, it's an IKEA desk. So to take that off, I would almost have to take apart the entire desk to get this one little shelf off. It's not worth it. My husband's not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, so it's just going to stay there, that little shelf, and I just kind of shove papers and like little bags of stuff there for the time being. So I don't know what to do with my collection of boxes and nail polishes because I'm running out of space, but she's gonna still be releasing more polishes, and I'm going to still be getting the polishes because I do my nails. It's a lot cheaper than going to a nail salon and getting them done professionally, but I like doing it. It's kind of soothing. Oh, sorry. But let's see. I'm gonna have some coffee. I had to go to McDonald's this morning. I'm almost out, which is very sad. I'm like really wanting to get more coffee, and we're out of creamer, hence why we had to go stop at McDonald's. We could have gotten creamer at the store, but we'll get into that. Let's see. I'm trying to remember where I left off from last week, and I can't remember. Isn't that always the case? Maybe I should just watch one of my things to make sure I'm where I left off. But okay, I know where we left off. Okay, so Monday was I had to take the kids to the dentist. My husband and I took the kids to the dentist on Monday. No cavity. Was it Monday or was it? No, I think Tuesday. My brain is not working, guys. I always need more coffee to wake up a little bit longer. I think it was either Monday or Tuesday. I had to take the kids to go see the dentist. Either way, I had to take the kids to the dentist one of those days. They don't have any cavities. None of them do, thank goodness. So they got their daddy's genetics. I'm so happy about that because my husband, he hasn't seen a dentist in a few years. He says he has to go soon. He thinks about he's going to go to my dentist that I've been seeing since I keep raving about him. Her now, because I've been switched to one of the other ones in the office since that guy left. But the all the dentists in there are very nice and kind. So he's thinking about going to go see one of them, um, and because he needs to get a checkup, he needs to get a cleaning and all that fun stuff. He drinks a lot more coffee and tea and stuff like that, so his teeth get stained quicker than I do, and it's like he's getting dry. It's driving him nuts, but he hasn't had any cavities, and it's until now he thinks that he's been like grinding his teeth and like not clenching. There we go. He's been clenching his jaw a lot too, so he thinks he's cracked a tooth, which is very well possible. So his streak of no cavities might be over, but we're not sure, and he's kind of scared about going in. I'm like, hey, you made it almost 41 years, if that's the case. That's a lot longer than me, because by the time I was, man, my twins aren't even the age where I was like, the twins are turning 7 next month. By that point, when I turned 7, I had over several cavities. I think I had 7 or 8 cavities that needed to get fixed, and yeah, and it was just downhill after that. I didn't have the most. I mentioned this before. Where I live, there wasn't really a lot of dental care or hygiene like that. Yeah, showers, no problem. All that stuff. It's just the dental part was where no one really taught you anything, and we didn't have a dentist in the area. But anyway, kids' teeth are wonderful. My oldest, she may need braces. They said this before, that she might need braces. But they're going to wait till all of her adult teeth have come in. I love that he's very much a wait and see type of approach instead of like, let's put those braces on now. She has a little bit of an overbite, but he wants to wait to see until all of her teeth come in. And then we'll talk about braces on that. Nothing's wrong with my youngest so far, just wiggly teeth. All of them, they were told the same thing. They just need to brush the back of their molars. He was very surprised to see that my youngest molars, like all of her permanent molars, have come in. My son, none of his permanent molars have come in yet, which is normal. I was concerned because he's only lost one tooth, and his sister she's on her 3rd tooth that she's about to lose. It's extremely wiggly. But that wasn't the issue that I was worried about. I noticed this with his first tooth that he lost. Before his first tooth even came out of his mouth, all that, I noticed his adult tooth popping up way behind it, and it's crooked. And then I noticed that his second adult tooth is now popping up behind his little bit loose tooth that's in front of it. And I mentioned that to his doctor, and he looked at the x-rays, and he said, yeah, I can see, that could be an issue. And he said something I never heard anyone told me before. He said that we have to start wiggling my son's tooth. Since it's already a little bit wiggly, he says he wants him to actually actively work on it. Normally when I tell my kids is leave that tooth alone, stop wiggling it, it'll come out on its own. This time he doesn't want it to come out on its own, because if that adult tooth does finally pop up, there's a chance that if the other tooth doesn't fall out by then, that it will just harden up, the gums will just harden up around that tooth, and it'll just stay in that spot instead of moving forward where it's supposed to be. So he wants us to do that and get the baby tooth out, so that way there's not a chance of having to fix that in the future. Because his other front tooth has somewhat started moving forward, but it's not there all the way yet. And I'm just like, well, you guys don't have cavities, but you're still going to cost me money on teeth problems. It's okay. I don't mind. I rather that it's something that can be fixed, even though it's going to be expensive. I'd rather it be that than cavities because I don't want them to deal with anything like that. But yeah, they have to just brush their teeth a lot more, and which is something I keep telling them to do anyway. We got a timer. We told the doctor told them that it's not a race to the finish line. It's to see who can brush the longest. So hopefully they'll start doing a better job of brushing their teeth. Because I told them that they like to jibber jabber, which is why we separated them in the first place. I am so sorry about me constantly making a lot of noises like that. But yeah. Alright, so we'll do this color next. I do like how colorful this is. This is kind of confetti heavy in a way. I was doing this small square yesterday because I just wanted to try it out. This small square had 30, I want to say 35 or 36 of the 38 colors in this small little square over here. And I'm just like, oh, good lord. It's not as bad on this section. It's still quite a bit. I wanted to fill in all the black before I did my Wip Chat today because some of these drills have the new drills from Diamond Art Club, and I noticed an issue. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. I noticed an issue when I was trying to put down drills yesterday. The black ones are so shiny that it's causing an issue when I can't see where I'm placing the drills when it's too many. And some of my drills started going crooked because I couldn't see very well with the glare and glint from the drills. I'm like, okay, so I'll do this off camera and I'll just fill in everything else. And that's why this was already partially done. Ooh, yeah, I think it was Tuesday that was the dentist thing. I want to go back in time. I don't know if I talked about this or not. Maybe, wait. My sense of time is all out of whack, man. I don't know if I mentioned this, but my oldest, she had to go to the school board on Monday, I think. I think that was Monday, yeah. And then the dentist was Tuesday. Like I said, I can't remember days right now. My brain's all over the place. So I should have written this down. I didn't. That was on me. But she had to go and talk in front of a bunch of people, and the problem was, I signed the permission slip that said that she had to be there at 5:45. And that they were going to do this around 6 o'clock, and then within 15 minutes they can go home, right? Like after that. So I was like, okay, it shouldn't take too long. My husband agreed to take her there. Thank goodness he did, and I stayed home with my other two. Let's see, next color. We'll do this one. So, the reason why she had to go to the school board was her gifted and talented class, and then the middle school did like a fundraiser to, it was like a few months ago, they did a fundraiser to raise money to help people in Kentucky when the tornadoes hit in around December time. She helped raise money. And it was like a rock and read type thing. So you had to spend money to rock on a rocking chair and read. I sent money to all three of my kids so they could participate in it. But she helped raise money along with the middle school. The middle school, I think, like sold snacks and things like that. And they were just going to talk to the school board about what they did and if they could help out as well. They were going to send the money to families in Kentucky to help children, who lost everything. And it was like, okay. I don't mind. This is something good that my kid needs to talk about. She needs to learn some social skills. Some public speaking. Um, so I was like, okay, cool. I'll sign you up. You'll be home before in no time. No, 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 no. So what my husband said happened was they went through a lot of awards. They gave awards to teachers. They gave awards to students, like recognizing students and stuff like that. And then they completely ignored my daughter's group in the middle school for hours. Um, my husband, when they first started, there was barely anyone there, and he had a seat originally, and then he stood up to let people have seats, like some moms with children and stuff like that. And he said his feet was in agony, his back was in agony, and they just started talking about school budgets and everything. And I was just like, are you really going to let these kids stay here? I think they didn't come home until past 8:30. So I'm like, they really let these kids stay there so late and wait for their turn. Oh my goodness. So after all that, my daughter finally got to present. She got to introduce her group and everyone else, and then pass the mic to her best friend. But let's see. So they had to do that whole thing. My kid did not come home until past 8:30. My husband's at that point. It's like, I'm hungry. You want anything? I'm like, yeah, sure. I had my oldest luckily take a shower before she went out to the whole thing. So I told her she didn't have to take another one. So she got dressed, and we got to watch a couple of Sailor Moon episodes, which have been going awesome. Saturday we finished season 2 of We finished Sailor Moon R, and then yesterday I surprised her. Instead of watching the 3rd season, I decided we were going to watch Sailor Moon R, the movie. And I tried to explain it that it's not related to the series. It is, but it isn't. It doesn't help with the storyline. It's just something that we can watch. I don't think she got it. But to be honest, I never watched that movie before. I gotten to the point where I think it was at the point where my dad made me stop watching Sailor Moon because he deemed it satanic. I know, another touchy subject, guys. But it was the 90s. So my dad listened to his I think he listened to our to the priest that we had in our church before. I was raised Catholic, by the way. I don't follow the religion anymore, but I was raised Catholic, and I just thought it was so funny. In a way, it was hypocritical. His mom banned him from playing Dungeons and Dragons because she considered it satanic. He still plays this game, by the way, from time to time. But then he turns around and does the same thing that his mom did to me. And I'm watching the episodes, and I can see why he would think it was, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not an upside down star, Dad. Whatever. But I was just like, okay, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything awful or evil. It's 5 superhero girls, defeating the world from evil. So I'll still watch this, and it's still something my kid can watch and enjoy. I mean, we're watching the English dub, but the newer English dub, so everyone still has their original names, and I like it a lot more, because a lot of the stuff isn't cut out as much as it was in the Americanized version. So I'm getting to enjoy some of the stuff that I didn't get to see in the Americanized one when I was a kid, but that way also my kid also gets to see the original in a way. I tried to convince her to let's just watch the sub one, so that way we can just read the subtitles and listen to all in Japanese. But she wasn't for that, and I'm like, okay, I can understand though. I grew up in a deaf household, so I'm used to reading words, on the TV screen, even when it's all messed up. I haven't been able to watch closed caption in a long time, so I don't know if they gotten better with it on like live TV or not. But I remember the days where it was sometimes all scrambled up. Um, but I was like, let's just watch this in with subtitles. And I think I got her to watch one episode, and she goes, nope, don't want to do that. And I'm like, fair enough. Like I said, she's never grew up in a household where that had to happen. So we didn't stay that way for long. But I'm thinking like maybe with when she's a little bit older, we might do that. Well, or hopefully. I still need to find something for my nose, cause like I have that sinus pressure going on. The flowers that we had that I bought for my husband. So this is where I made a big mistake. I bought flowers for my husband. I don't know if I mentioned that before in the last thing. And they didn't have any smell to them at all. So I'm allergic to pollen really bad. And I just told myself it'll be fine. And when these flowers first arrived, they didn't start opening yet. They were like slightly bloomed, but they had no smell, which I was like, okay, cool. Well, the last few days, the roses have opened fully, and have emitted their pollen-inducing smell. So it is everywhere in the house. And on top of that, I did this to myself. This whole headache that I did is all to myself. So I have not only a pollen allergy, like I have a scent sensitivity as well. So I have to choose certain scents in this house so that way I don't get a headache. This is one of the things where I went a little crazy over the last few weeks, where I spent some money. So my husband was getting low on his Bath and Body Works bath wash, and I was like, okay, well, they have a little bit of buy 3 get 3 free. They also had hand soap. We were running low out of foaming hand soap. We normally used to just buy a bunch of stuff from Walmart, but then but then like around Christmas time, we got a Christmas present from my neighbor, and she gave us a bunch of Bath and Body Works hand soap. And I used to buy this stuff all the time 10 plus years ago of, the hand stuff. So we were running low on this, and I said, do we want to get some more of this? And my husband's like, yeah, that stuff was really good. And I'm like, oh, they have a 4 for $20 or a 6 for $27. And he goes, yeah, let's go do that. So I did that. I just got his bath wash body wash that he wanted. And then I was like, oh, we don't hit the free shipping mark, because it was like $50 free shipping. But they also had a thing going on where if you hit $50, you get free shipping and then like 2 free gifts. And I was just like, awesome. So my husband's like, yeah, let's do that. So all I had to do was buy 2 more body wash. So I picked out 6 different hand soaps, like foaming hand soaps, and then 6 body washes. And then I also, because I buy from time to time from them, I gotten a free gift as well, like a reward. So I used my reward to get like this body lotion kind of thing. I originally thought it was going to be like I could get let's see, I was going to use it for his body wash, but it wasn't. I had to get like a miniature a lotion thing instead. It was like, so the the stuff came in. I want to say Friday. It came in Friday, and there's a point to this. Okay, so the free gifts was a plug-in with it was like a plug-in with a scent refill in it, and it's coconut and cotton. Now, cotton, ocean breeze, things that are kind of linen type related, those, or flowery scents, unless it's vanilla, drive my nose insane. They irritate the heck out of it. They get my whole sinuses go out of whack. When I first plugged this thing in, I was like, okay, it's not too bad. I smell mostly coconut. It's fine. My God, I have this thing on the lowest setting, and it is upstairs. I have 2 other plugins for downstairs right now. They're both apple cinnamon because my husband and I don't like flowery stuff. We like apples and stuff like that. We like those kind of things. I plugged this thing like closer to my bedroom upstairs, so it's like across the house upstairs, and I'm downstairs right now, and I still smell that plug-in. It is that strong on its lowest setting, and like I said, I did this to myself, and I'm almost debating just pulling that darn thing out because I have gotten so much of a headache. It's been a few days with that plugged in, along with the flowers. I'm miserable. And I only did it to myself. But the house smells great. Yeah, that's something, right? But oh my goodness, oh, my head. Like I said, I did that to myself. But the rest of the stuff that I've picked out, I made sure to pick out stuff that I knew wasn't going to cause issues to me. It's just I didn't realize that the free gift was going to be something like that, unfortunately. But, let's see. Okay, yeah, that's straight enough. So, here's something that's been going on. I play World of Warcraft, and I'm jumping subjects. So if you guys want to tune me out, I'll go back to something interesting in a little bit. So I play World of Warcraft, guys, as you guys know. I mentioned last week I have 2 more weeks till raid. And I was like, it'll be fine. I got everything under control. I can start working on stuff. As you guys can see, I'm now working on this. I was supposed to work on this last week. I get messages on my phone Tuesday morning. Everyone's like, hype day, and I'm like, what? Why are we hyping? What's going on? And raid was not this week, guys. It was last week. I was not prepared. Ellen goes, you were not prepared. I was really not prepared. So I was in a panic. Even though I was posting things like, I was posting this, I was posting all my other stuff that, this is my next project. Internally, I was going, oh God, whoa, no, I don't have time for anything. So, yeah, I did make it to raid. I was studying the boss fights. I was studying all that, but I was just like more, okay, I don't need to start getting any supplies for raid. I don't need to get prepped and, open up the area or do anything. I'll be fine. I got another week, I'll just mosey myself along, because we're not hardcore guild. We just we'll barely we'll just do a little bit. Nope, I had to drop everything. Had to make a different dinner plan, and apologize to the kids, and we got through it. We got through it because I'm a auditor in my guild, so I'm part of the raid council, and what one of my duties is to invite everyone and make sure that they are ready for raid. We did have someone else who was supposed to check on their enchants and if they're flask and have all their buffs and stuff like that, but they left. It was a lot of drama. I don't know if I mentioned about that or not, but we had a lot of drama last tier. It was not fun. But so I'm probably going to be doing that. I'm going to talk to my guild later and see if she wants me to make sure people have enchants and if they're doing the things, because the guy wasn't even doing his job. He wasn't even making sure people had their enchants on or not. So I'm going to see if she wants me to take over on that or not. Because what I used to be doing was, what I did was do invites and then did the weekly Mythic Plus check. So Mythic Plus is where it's dungeons. So Mythic's a dungeon. Plus is basically the type of dungeon. So you do a plus 13, which means it's harder, by that much, than a normal dungeon. I'm making it simpler than it is. People who play WoW would be like, that's not correct. I know. It's easier to explain it like that to people who don't play WoW. But we decided to drop the requirement of everyone doing one Mythic Plus during the rest of the expansion. It's just meh. We just gotta get our second legendary when that happens. Make sure everything's upgraded. So yeah, I was scrambling a little bit. I had to rewrite the whole list of what everyone was wearing. Not wearing, but who to invite, making sure I have their accent marks, because some people like to have accent marks in their name, and I had to look that up again to make sure I did it correctly, so that way I can have them invited to the raid. But we did very well. We gotten all the way up to Anduin. We didn't kill him. He's supposed to be like a really hard boss in the middle of the raid. He's supposed to be an end of the game type boss mechanics, but in the middle of the raid. Excuse me. And then they didn't release the last 3 bosses last week. So we'll get to see them this week, tomorrow. And we gotten 2 heroic bosses down too. We also tried to do a mythic on Wednesday. That didn't go out well. It's Plaguefall. Plaguefall's one of the worst dungeons in my opinion. I don't like it at all. It's just because of the last boss. And I'm sorry about my phone going off. I forgot to mute it beforehand, and I can't do it now because it's controlling this camera. Sorry, I'm making mouth noises. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm going to take another sip of coffee. Oh my goodness, I am trying to make sure I'm cramming everything in. But yeah, we got through. I don't think I've gotten any loot. I'm going to try and change to become an assassination rogue for raid this week. Basically that means I'm going to switch from having, instead of like swords and maces, I'm going to have my daggers again. I miss playing assassination, but it's considered one of the better specs for raids. But then when I go to do dungeons, I have to switch back to becoming an outlaw rogue again, which is okay because I've really gotten into it. I like the grappling hook. That's one of the main things I like about that spec, to be honest. But we failed terribly on that Mythic Plus. I mentioned to my Mythic team that I was available for Sunday night or for Monday night, and instead, on Sunday morning, I get a message saying, "You guys want to do Mythics at 12 EST?" I woke up at 10, 2 hours before she's wanting to do this, and I'm like, "What?" Um, and I was just like, okay, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this. Now, the reason why was this weekend has been, oh my goodness, we decided to spring clean. So, spring cleaning has started in our little neighborhood, or our little house, not our neighborhood, in our house. Because we have, as my husband likes to say, way too much crap. It's true, we do. I have a feeling he's kind of talking about my stuff. My diamond ore. No, I'm kidding, guys. He's not talking about that. But we cannot walk in our closet. We couldn't walk in our closet before all this. We can now. So his plan was to spend both weekdays. Like, so we were going to do both Saturday and Sunday do spring cleaning, and we spent a good bit, because what we were going to do was, the plan was on Saturday we were going to clean out both our closet and then my son's closet, because my son's closet has a bunch of computer stuff and electronics, that my husband kind of just kept around in case we ever needed it. And he goes, "No, it's time to get rid of this stuff. We don't need it anymore. I've been holding on it too long." We didn't even get into my son's closet at all, guys. I decided my job was to purge the kids' clothes. My kids are going through another growth spurt. So after all this, I'm going to have to go and get some of the kids' clothes, like brand new clothes for all three of them. My son cannot. He's almost 7. He's about to wear size 7 pants, and he has no pants or shorts that are in that size. And then my oldest, she's wearing size 12 plus, I think now, and she needs new shorts. I'm just like, oh my goodness. And then of course t-shirts too, and I'm just like, guys, can you stop growing so much? And they go, of course, we can't stop growing, we gotta keep growing, mommy. But I just want them to stop for a little bit. At least my youngest, she's not growing that quickly, so I don't have to spend as much money. But this kid still makes me spend money, because I have to get dresses and stuff for her, because she likes to play dress up. But I've already gotten to the point, because my oldest, she's in a weird size. It happens every now and then. I'm not saying she's weird. It's just like, it's one of those weird, it's those awkward sizes where you can't fit, but you can fit. You're like in that in between size, but it's not enough. You don't have that right room. She could fit a 14. I put her on a 12 plus because of the leg length, but it still doesn't fit her properly, if that makes sense. She fits better in a size 14 than she does in a 12 plus, but I'm going to be buying leggings and stretchy stuff and dresses and stuff like that, because I had to do this when she was in 2nd grade. It happens every few years where I have to do this, where she's in a size where clothes just doesn't want to fit her well, and I have to buy like tunic styles, because she has a long torso. She's like her daddy. But she's gotten to be a point where she's really tall. She's not the tallest girl in her class, surprisingly, but she's pretty tall in her whole class. Her pediatrician, pretty sure she's gonna hit at least 6 foot, if not 5'11", by the time she stops growing. Because I'm 5'4", okay. I'm proud of it. I am not short. My husband calls me his hobbit. I am not a hobbit. Um, and he is 6'8" or 6'9". So between the two of us, she's most likely going to be in the 6 foot range, guys. The way she's been in the 90th percentile her whole life growing up. Like when she was a baby, like her height was always in the 90s. So, and my son, he's in the 90s, but he's like starting to drop down. He's starting to drop down to the 80s and stuff like that. And my youngest, she's all over the place. um, so it's just one of those things with kids. Like, so she's just in that weird growth spurt areas where I'm gonna have to like get her some dresses or tunic style shirts to make sure that it's going to cover her torso, because she's growing again. And I'm like doing hand gestures, and you guys can't even see. So I do a lot of hand gestures because my mom is deaf, like I mentioned earlier. So I have a lot of facial expressions, and I move my hands all around a lot because I grew up with sign language and expressing myself to make sure my mom knew how I'm conveying my emotions to her. Oh my goodness. But so like sometimes I don't know if you guys can see me do hand gestures. Sometimes like I have it in the camera, but other times they're like out here and I just like I'm moving my hands and you guys can't see, and then I catch myself doing it. But oh my goodness. But yeah. So spring cleaning, okay guys? I had a spring clean. My husband was doing his work of cleaning out the closet. He got rid of a lot of clothes that he can't wear anymore. A lot of work stuff that he used to wear. We have bags that we're ready to we're gonna drop them off today to donate. I didn't have really as many clothes to give away. I looked through stuff. There was a lot of maternity clothes I still had, so I had to say goodbye to those. And then, let's see. Yeah, I kept them for 7 years, guys. I don't know why. But let's see. I had to go through the kids' clothes, and I didn't spend as long as he did on that, what he did, but oh my goodness, I was just so tired. So what I did was, my oldest I usually keep all of her clothes that she's outgrown, and I put them in a storage container. And what I do is once I make a purge of clothes out of my youngest area, I start replacing it with clothes that she might fit into or will fit into within the next few months. I don't know if she can fit into size 7/8, but I pulled all the size 7 clothes out to give to my youngest, and I got rid of anything that was size 4, size 5. She still fits into a lot of size 6 clothes. Like, you have to look at this clothes to see if it would fit her or not. But she does fit into a lot of size 6 clothing. But I still got rid of a lot of stuff. Some that, she wore out, and then others where I just like, didn't really want her to wear anymore. And then with my oldest, I got rid of a lot of clothes. I'm gonna have her wardrobe is the one that I'm gonna have to spend the most on, and it seems like that's always the case. But she goes through like a growth spurt every 6 months. It feels like where I'm constantly replacing her clothes. I feel like I'm going to be like that way when my son gets to around that age point too. But oh my goodness, I'm just like, kid, you're killing me. But yeah, it was just like I spent a good portion of just going through clothes, refolding everyone's clothes. So I had to fold 3 kids' pairs of laundry, like they're all of their laundry. I went through everything and refolded everything. And then I went through all of my stuff while my husband went through all of his laundry. And then he was cleaning out the closet as well on top of that. So it's not like he wasn't doing anything. He was doing a lot of heavy lifting. Oh my goodness. We never got to the other stuff we wanted to do. what we wanted to do was like go to the garage and put all the cardboard boxes in his car and go to the recycling center. So our recycling, okay, I know I'm jumping all over the place. So our recycling place, we spend money along with waste management to get our stuff recycled. We spend money for them to just recycle plastic bottles. They stopped allowing us to put cardboard boxes in our storage bins. They won't recycle glass in our storage bins. So all I can do is just put plastic bottles. And I can't even crush the plastic bottles. We had to ask to get a second storage bin. I know people are going to get mad at me for using a lot of plastic, but the water here sucks even with a filter and it doesn't work. My kids, they go to school. I have to get them water. They're supposed to drink water from they're supposed to drink water, and they're not allowed to have any water from there. So I have to give them bottled water to take to school. I marked their name, everything like that. So it's just like we have to buy bottles of water, and then they come home and we recycle the stuff. It's a whole ordeal, and then this stuff's here is nasty. I don't know what it is. Like the way they treat the water isn't the tastiest water, and people are like, water's not supposed to have a taste. Well, this water has a taste, and it tastes like crud. It is really windy outside, but yeah. Anyway, our recycling center, we can recycle glass and cardboard, but we have to take it to the place itself. Make it make sense. I don't understand. I really don't understand, guys. I'm trying to find this color. I'm just, it's frustrating because it's like we have a whole garage full. Now this is where my problem comes in, and it shows. I order a lot of diamond paintings from time to time. A lot of the boxes in there are Diamond Art Club boxes, and a lot of the stuff is a lot of Amazon boxes because I do order a lot of stuff from Amazon and Target. A lot of stuff. And it's not like stuff we don't need, because it is. Like, for instance, my kid needs floss picks. So my kids, excuse me, my kids floss their teeth. I get a better deal online on Amazon to get a 6-pack of these floss picks than I would when I would be at the store. Same thing with hair detangler. My kid goes through hair detangler like crazy because she has curly hair. And I'm trying to make sure to get all those knots out. So we go through, I get a 3-pack of detangler from Amazon. Like we get the Aussie brand on Aussie Kids. And it's just a lot of that. It's like I just buy a lot of things in like miniature bulk. I'm not like big bulk, but just a little bit, because it'll be cheaper in the long run. But we accumulate boxes because of that. And then of course I have kids' birthday parties that, like we get invited to a lot of birthday parties, so I have to go and find a gift online. I get a box for that. There was a thing, gosh, what was it? I had to laugh because I got in a box for something. And I'm trying to remember what it was, but it was just, I think I ordered, goodness gracious, what was it? I ordered some face mask stuff, facial masks to clean my face and everything. And my daughter wanted to get into it. Because she wants to copy me sometimes. And I asked my husband if it was okay, and he's like, yeah, sure. So I got her like this little 6-pack of just like, like mermaid, panda, stuff like little face mask things so she can join in on the fun. They sent me like this really big box. I can't even show you how big it is. And it's like the face packs was like maybe just slightly bigger than this and just that tall in that whole box. I'm just like, are you serious? They gave me this big box for that? But goodness, so we never got to the garage to even do that at all, and it's a little frustrating, but you can't help it. We accumulated a lot of stuff, and we've been wanting to go to the dump and just kind of been putting it off in the recycling center because it's not fun to do. It's something you don't want to do. We do have a spring cleanup thing that's going to be happening in our town. They do it for 1 week where they send out anything and they just take off anything. I want to get our mattress before then so that way we can dump our old mattress outside. So that way it's just easier to do that instead of having to call them. Don't know if that's going to happen though. But we're going to be doing this again most likely next week, starting out with the next thing because my husband did get the closet cleaned out. So yay! Our closet's clean and we have bags to dump out. But the reason why I was talking about that was because my guild leader, she wanted to do mythics, and I was just like, oh, we're supposed to clean. But I still got to do the mythics, and we never did cleaning at all yesterday. My husband and I were in so much pain from Saturday night from doing all this cleaning, and we didn't just clean out the closet, guys. We straightened up the entire upstairs. The entire upstairs looks 10 times better. And I washed all the kids' blankets. Well, not blankets. I washed all their bed sheets, their pillowcases. I showed them the correct way of how to make a bed again. And today I'm washing the blankets now. That they have. They store a lot of blankets, guys. And I was just like in so much pain from making their beds and banging into things and everything. My husband and I ordered, we ordered sesame, well, we ordered Chinese and I got sesame chicken and he got some dumplings and all that stuff. I told him that I noticed that he asked me about the dumplings and I told him that they tasted chewy. They didn't taste really good and I just didn't eat them. He finished them. Later on that night, he goes, I'm not feeling so great. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he went to go lay down, and he said he felt like he was going to get sick. Eventually, he falls off to sleep. I stay up late because I'm, like, focusing on getting, not this thing, but my other one done. Sorry. Before switching gears and doing this yesterday. But I woke up and he told me that he thinks he got food poisoning, that he thinks that the pork dumplings were undercooked. So the poor guy was miserable all last night and I felt so bad. I'm like, why didn't you just, tell me and, I'll stay up with you. He didn't want me to stay up, but I stay up way too much as it is. He wants me to get sleep, the poor guy. But I was telling him I was going to tell my guild leader I wasn't going to do any mythics. He's like, no, I'm feeling good enough. The kids can be occupied. I only did one. I just did one, and I'm like, I skedaddle. I was like, later, guys. He's feeling a lot better though. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have a headache, guys. I think when I do go back upstairs, I'm pulling that plug-in out because it is just aggravating me so much. And I know I did this to myself. I was trying to make the house smell better because the pipe, like I said, this is why with our water, like something smells. And it's not I as much as my kids are messy. It's not us. It's something around here because it's not just my house. Other people's houses have the same thing. And they're complaining about the weird smell that's coming out from their sink drains as well. And it's just random. It's like normally where I notice it most is the downstairs bathroom sink is where I smell, where it's the most concentrated. But it can go into any drain. Like, it's just, and it's the same smell every single time. And then, of course, our pipe, the pipe outside our neighborhood breaks constantly. It's like sometimes we'll just go, oh, there's no water. It's because the pipe broke. It's not as bad as it was when our first year here. But it's like just randomly does sometimes, and it's just great. So it's just old pipes in this neighborhood. Not neighborhood, but in the town. The neighborhood has all brand new pipes. Everything in here works fine. It's just right outside the neighborhood where it sucks. But yeah, we don't know what it is, and everyone's complaining about it. And every year we get gnats like crazy. I'm sorry, I'm being way too loud. I am so sorry, guys. We get gnats like crazy, guys. And I think I'm doing a lot of complaining. I am so sorry. I do gripe from time to time, and I don't mean to. I had a really good week overall. It's just been very exhausting, and I felt bad for my husband with his when he wasn't feeling great. But I did get to do my mythics. He was starting to feel better. We decided to get ordered groceries the other day. So here's why we're gonna come full circle. Here's why I ordered McDonald's today. And I'm taking my sip of coffee. We ordered groceries Saturday night because we were exhausted from everything. And my husband decided he wanted them delivered instead because at the time we were still thinking we were going to clean up the entire house still. It's not happening. We're going to do it this weekend. Or maybe not. I don't know. We have my daughter's actually having her first sleepover here. She's invited a friend to come over, and she's super duper excited. So I don't know what we're gonna do with cleaning or not. Excuse me. Anyway, we ordered groceries for 5 to 6 p.m. and we were gonna get dinner done around that time too. Groceries don't show up at all. I start getting the kids ready for their showers because, hey, school day's the next day. I need them clean. My husband's like, all right, well, our oldest, she finished her shower. Excuse me. She can help me bring the groceries in. Just go upstairs and get the other two showered up. I'm like, okay, cool. And I do that. What I normally do nowadays, since they're older, I turn on their showers. I close the door. And I let them be, just not constantly like knock on the door and go, hey, hurry up, whatnot. But I stay upstairs because my kids have a habit of not turning their showers off all the way. So I have to make sure the shower's off, and I don't want to go up and down the stairs to make sure. So I just stay on the bed and just wait till they finish their showers and leave the room. Because I've taught them how to turn their showers off. That was something fun because beforehand it was just like constant, mommy, from both of them in their own showers. So I'm like, now you guys know how to do it. You guys know how to get your towels. I don't have to do any of that. They're done with their showers. They come downstairs. I'm doing diamond painting, waiting on groceries. Then it gets close to 7 o'clock. We're getting the youngest two ready for bed. It becomes 8 o'clock. I'm watching Sailor Moon, the movie with my oldest. It becomes 9 o'clock. My husband's watching Steven Universe with the oldest. 10 o'clock. My oldest is in bed. As you can tell, we never got our groceries. One of the things we had was our grocery. Last time we ordered delivery was they never let us know that our groceries came by. They let them stay outside for 20 minutes before my husband got an email saying, your groceries were delivered 20 minutes ago, like that, at such and such time. And they were just outside. No one knocked on the door, ring the doorbell, nothing. So they're not having the best track record, guys. But I understand, that, everywhere, there's it's hard to get a job. It's hard to hire people. It's hard, I understand that. But, man, I wish someone would contact us and say, hey, I'm sorry that, your order's being late. this, it'll come out the next day, something like that, just to let us know, because they didn't even start working on shopping for our order until like after 6 o'clock. We had a delivery window of 5 to 6. I think they started getting the stuff at 7, is what my husband said. I could be wrong. But he contacted customer service. They said if they're not delivered by 9 o'clock, because like the delivery window was like 9 o'clock, come back, contact them again. He did. He gets someone else. She goes, well, they're still looking for another driver. You can call the store, and but contact us when the store closes. And my husband's like, the store closes at 10. We were contacting her after 10 o'clock, and she goes, no, the store closes at 11. And my husband's like, but delivery shuts down at 9. And it was a little back and forth. He goes, okay, closes out the window, and calls the store. For 20 minutes, that store did not answer at all. And my husband, okay, goes back and contacts, goes through the whole customer service windows thing again, and does his whole spiel with the next person, and they and he goes, I just want to get a refund at this point, because it's getting frustrating. We're like, we have no groceries, and we're not going to get refunded. We're getting refunded, but we're not going to get. It's going to take up to 7 business days, and I'm like, ugh. Can that just come in a little sooner? Because it's just like the person said, we have no way of knowing when you'll get your order. And my husband's like, well, I kind of need my order now. I kind of do need my groceries. I understand, you guys are having problems. It's just, I really would like to have my groceries now instead of, 2 days or 3 days from now. Because we're kind of low on a lot of stuff. So we're getting a refund. I asked him if we could go to McDonald's today to get some coffee, because we're out of creamer and the stores aren't open yet. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Food Lion. We're going to go to Food Lion before we go pick up the kids, and we're going to have some creamer. My husband placed another order with Walmart. I know we are suckers for punishment. We placed another order, but this time for pickup, and it's at the store that we normally go pick up. So delivery comes from from a completely, actually near my in-laws' place, around that Walmart. And then the store we go to 2 different Walmarts, and they don't do delivery. So it's just So we're gonna go and do pickup, and I'm like, that's what we should have done. And my husband's like, I know, but I was just so tired. And at that point, it was a good thing we didn't do pickup, because he had food poisoning. So, yeah, it's just like we're gonna go to Food Lion. We're gonna go get some. We're gonna get some creamer, and then we're gonna pick up some the rest of the groceries over there. The reason why we have to go to Food Lion is our youngest 2, so my son and my daughter, because we've been wiggling my son's tooth, it's finally starting to get loose, and he's getting really excited, because before he wasn't wanting to wiggle the tooth because it kind of hurt. Now it's like it's making a crunching sound and it's about to pop off. Tooth Fairy needs to come visit, apparently. So we have to go to the Food Lion to help the Tooth Fairy out. Because that poor Tooth Fairy is crying. But yeah. I mean, I know, I've like I said, I had a few complaints this week. I swear, guys, it's been a good week. I did go a little crazy buying a lot of stuff, with Bath and Body Works, and then I also, like I said, okay, I broke my no-buy. This is the last thing, because I am almost out of power on my camera. So I broke my no-buy. My husband went on vacation, like I told you guys. He came back home. We got a refund on some stuff because of all the awfulness that had happened. So I saw some stuff on Diamond Art Club. It wasn't last weekend. I think it was the weekend before. But I didn't mention it to you guys. But I bought some new paintings. I bought 4 paintings. I don't regret it. Well, kind of. No, I don't. I actually don't. One of them was like that really big Randall Spangler one. Oh my god. It was like with the. Okay. I have an obsession with fairies. I love fairies. Okay? And this one had fairies all in it. I'm like, this one is calling my name. And then I saw the price. And I went, I can't. I can't. So I went and bought 2 different paintings. And instead, I was like, I'll just get these 2. You know, it's cheaper. It's not gonna break the bank. I'll be fine. Then my husband goes, why didn't you get that one? I'm like, because of how expensive it is. And then he goes, go ahead and get it. I'm like, are you serious? And I'm like, it's not gonna hit free shipping. Is it okay if I get another one so I can have free shipping? Because at that point it'd be over the free shipping limit. And he goes, yeah, go ahead. So I go ahead and get the other painting that I've been wanting to get for a while. So I got 4 diamond paintings. And I'm excited. Yee! So I just got them, I think, Friday last week. Excuse me. And there is an end. The Bath and Body Works. And I got myself a new Bella Art de Nicole tray. I've been wanting to try out the new stuff. I missed that color. Goodness gracious. See, I'm skipping all over the place, and I've missed a section of color over here. Like that was the same shade. I just put that one up. So I realized this has been a really long Whip and Chat, guys. I don't normally have things that this long, and I'm sorry for griping so much. I don't know why I griped this much this time. I probably will have a better week this week. Especially now that I don't feel as hectic. And excuse me, and I feel like I'm starting to work on things that I want to do, and I'm not getting mad at, previous canvases. I'm really enjoying this. It's beautiful. My daughter loves it. She's so happy that I'm doing this now, and it is so colorful. I mean, like, I don't know if you can see, but look at those ABs that are down here, and they're so pretty. But I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I have more stories to tell you about what's going on in WoW after tomorrow. Cross your fingers that everything will be fine. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe if you want. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!